Right, so today's goal is to finally take out Tibet. We've been fighting that war for several years now. And then we might try to do something around here. I was thinking about maybe doing a landing somewhere around here, cutting off the enemy supplies. Then I'll have to bring in some of the transport planes that I have, bring in supplies for the troops, but that would be a possible way to at least get a bit forward here. It is certainly a risky mission, but I think I might be able to do it. If I drop supplies and then build a port immediately, that would mean that I still have to hold for a while, but also that we do need to bring in our transports from... Well, we got these, but they can't actually do a landing, so we'd have to bring in our navy, basically. These 13 ships. I suppose we could start sending them a little bit closer. Start by going there, and we'll see how well that goes. And then let's focus on this battle. So the Mountaineer is a bit... Hey Alberto, how's it going? The Mountaineer unit is a bit low on strength, and that division is low on organization, also a bit low on both. That has barely any organization, but we do need to give some of the troops here a bit more time to resupply. Although, I mean, this Mountaineer division is technically good to go. I mean, I might let them rest for one more day and then start switching out some of the troops again. But they do have... the Mountaineer Corps is probably going to break soon, as is the garrisons. Then there's going to be the militia with infantry tanks, which is slightly concerning. But on the other hand, it shouldn't be very great terrain for them. They don't have the dig-in bonus, so if we can drive out the garrisons, we should be able to break them entirely. Then we've split them too, we can destroy that one. Very good, redesigning the whole fleet in Aurora for X with new tech generation. I'm gonna create a super fast scout to try to find non-player republics, or I'll have to scrap the run. Lowdown is too real. How am I doing? I'm doing great, actually. I'll be going to a board game evening with some friends today, so that's why I kind of need to do the stream a bit early, so that I'll have time to get in there. But yeah, I'm doing great. But yeah, one thing that I'll be doing in the Aurora 4X Let's Play, which first actual episode is going to be tomorrow. Today is going to be the episode 0, because it's just setting up the game, but there's not too much information other than setting up the scene a little bit. But then the first actual episode is tomorrow. But what I'm doing in that is I'm not going to build any of the jump gates, so that will limit the civilian traffic quite a bit. There will still be some, but a lot less. And that also limits some of the ships, because I need to have the jump engines there. Not in every ship, but certain ships will need to have jump engines just to be able to move my fleet. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I like challenges. Oh right, our troops in Taiwan are being... Well, not our troops technically, the partisans that decided to rise up there. They'll be doomed soon enough. So how many research? We have 46 research going on, and we got 135 queued up. That might be a bit overkill. Maybe we should lower the officer recruitment a tiny bit. I don't want to lower it too much, but something like that might be reasonable. Because, well, we currently have technically 133% or something like that in officer ratio, but of course it doesn't give the bonuses beyond 110%. Maybe I'll lower it a little bit more, like half a point. Just to get a bit more research going, because we need a lot of these things. Because a lot of the things will be one-time only researches, so that's not really a problem. People capabilities. Huzzah. Right, now I think it's time to start pulling back some of the troops from there and sending in other troops. The Mountaineers with less than 50% strength, we'll pull that one back. It's the 11th Division. Then, let's see, what can we send in that? Well, not the core, of course. I suppose we could send in this one. And, okay, you're a bit low on strength and organization still. You might just pull back. You're also a bit low on strength. 10 plus minutes with 30 days tick is too much. Yeah, it is quite a bit. Of course, I usually, after a while, just go with the 5-day ticks anyway. But yeah, it is quite considerable slowdown. I'm not gonna deny that. Can't wait for the C-sharp Aurora though. That's gonna be quite brilliant. Okay, we got another division. This division is... Actually, I think the 3rd division needs to be pulled back sooner than this one. Yeah, they are a bit low on strength. So do we have anyone? We'll give it one more day and then we'll send in someone. I mean, oh right, we can actually increase the reinforcements a little bit. Okay, there's some partisans here that we are taking care of, so that's not really an issue. I set up the troops to move there before I started, just so that I don't forget. But yeah, once the G-sharp Aurora hits, I'll probably do another round of Aurora, and I'll do the, which was in the poll, I'll do a bit of a Soviet run. I will have no civilian traffic whatsoever. I'll turn those completely off and I'll do everything myself. Which is going to be a lot of work, but the goal is to basically just colonize everything. There's going to be precursors and maybe even the swarm. Okay, you need to pull back. Because I could send you in, not in a great shape, but running a bit low on a lot of these units. Just need to keep the pressure on a little bit longer. Hold on, I was sending you... Oh right, there was the Mountaineer Brigade here. Well, originally militia. Hold on, are we actually losing a fight to a partisan? Apparently. Well, the reinforcements are arriving soon. And the Japanese are sinking a lot of our convoys, which is not great. They are pushing the British back in Burma. Which is one of the reasons why I'd like to get something done here, but right now don't think I really have the forces to do that yet, but I'm assuming that the ships that we sent actually survived the trip they did. Plus I'll send them over there next. I'll just go one sea tile at a time, just so that the Japanese Navy doesn't get too many chances of sinking them. I mean, on the other hand, around here, the United States owns these islands. So that's certainly one place that there might be enemy fleets, but also enemies of our enemy. Okay, the Henan needs to fall back. Yeah, you're pretty much out of organization. This division can move in. Ansang, thanks for the resub. How you doing, man? see, we have... let's play up to episode 19. And hey, Alexandra. Alexander... Sorry. Yeah, we are a bit further than the Let's Plays. Because I started editing those episodes like 3 months after I started streaming. I did record most of those streams though, so I did have the material available. But yeah, we're still... Hey, you are a bit low on strength. We just pulled you off the front line actually. We might be able to send this one in. Just to keep the pressure going. I mean, the troops won't be doing much damage, and the Hunan needs to fall back. And you, okay. And... right, we got rid of the partisans. Excellent. Still got almost 26% on the garrisons and 30.4 on that. You've been playing Foxhole, dropping the arty round on a friend ambulance. Managed to convince your side that the enemy did it. That's quite skillful, not gonna lie. Right, now that we got the naval replenishment thing, we can get the marines under research. I'll put that to the top right away. Just so that we can get them as soon as possible. It's going to be October, so it's probably going to be somewhere 1946 that we can get Marines. So getting the Marine tech, and then that opens up the door for getting some actual landing craft. Speaking of landing craft. Oh, the other ship is still on its way. Oh yeah, it's over there. Okay, never mind. Well, so far so good. But then you, in Tannenberg, you usually play as the officer class, directing your squad and sending down arty. Fair enough. Oh crap. One of our divisions shattered. I should have paid more attention. Do we have any more divisions that we could send in? Or maybe just let the troops rest for a little while the troops in the battle currently keep on fighting? Choice of commanding, indeed. Okay, it's down 22%. Or 23 technically, but yeah, the enemy is going down in strength quite quickly here. But the third mountaineer needs to fall back. Now, do we have anything that is even remotely ready to fight? I mean, these are almost full strength. A bit low on organization, but they can probably keep the fight going for a while. Once our air force breaks the garrisons, then it's probably going to be over for this battle rather soon. Also fighting some bombers that they're sending down here, trying to bomb Nanjing. I don't appreciate much them doing that. We do have another... yeah, I suppose we could send in this one a little bit closer. Reinforce. I mean, it's going to take a while. Oh right, we did have more divisions coming up here, which once they do reach here will definitely win the fight, but it might take a while still. Oh, apparently I reckon the Japanese sunk some allied ships by the looks of it. Okay, the first Yuntuan needs to fall back. We'll probably send in the 11th now. And maybe the 4th? But not necessarily. I'll give them a day or two to They'll replenish their numbers. They are down to 22% flat on that. Okay, where's that? Right. Disadvantage of officer is that they need to be near and field phone / radio and long cooldown or see they stayed behind in a position behind the front line. I don't know if 4 squads of enemy charge or your trench managed to kill a few with your pistol and luckily not noticed. That's pretty good actually. Right, so we can select something to be built in. Oh right, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my factories right now, so I'm just gonna say stockpile is big enough for right now. Right, let's back into the battle. First, our Mountaineer division is a bit low on strength. May need to pull them back soon. And wait until they go to 40% or something like that, just to give my other troops some more time to rest before going back. Artillery brigade advance. Right, so we get better artillery, better attacks everywhere, but those do need to be... I'm not sure if they need to be upgraded or not. Probably. Yeah, they do. Right. Basically die immediately on noticed by the second wave of charging men that they investigated the area, why it did not cap completely. Fair enough. Right, so I wanted to pull back the 1st Mountaineer Division. Do I have anything else to send in right now? I mean, these two are good on strength, very bad on organization. There's some other divisions that are a bit similar fate right now. We'll send in the 4th Mountaineer. Another ground attack. Their militia with tanks is still 82%, which is rather concerning. Also, hold on, I think we are... Actually, no, we're not getting much right now. There will be some roads that are being built by the end of the month. If one of these two breaks, then we'll have a lot easier time, but it will take some time for them to break. Which is kind of the crux of the problem here. We're doing damage on the Mountaineer Corps right now. What's the end date, and do I expect to continue to fighting the Allies? I think in Black Ice the end date is somewhere around early 60s or something like that. I don't remember exactly, or it might be late 50s, but there's still plenty of years to go. And I do actually expect that we will fight the Allies at some point. Right, so rocket attacks go better for a lot of the units. And organizations for the... Well, I suppose the logistics units goes down a little bit, which is kind of an issue. Because for the 1950s, so you'd expect to at least 1955 or 1960. Yeah, something like that. It's probably... Hold on, I don't remember what year the Korean War was. I mean, technically it's still going on, but like the actual fighting. Because I think that is kind of included in some of the things. Or at least in terms of the technology is included there. I'm not sure about is not Vietnam War, that's for sure. Let's see, so some of these mountaineer divisions are a bit low on strength again. These two divisions, other than having no organization, full campus building to live in is busy today. University starting up again tomorrow, many people moving back in now. Yeah, sounds quite familiar. You... hold on. You pull back, and we'll send in... Can withstand for a day or two still. Can withstand for a little bit. We can probably send in the 50 Mountaineer Division again, and maybe one of these two. The other one rest a little bit longer. Oh, we need a lot more upgrades. Well, we'll do that. Recon unit coordination, excellent. Oh, we were doing more damage on the garrison unit again. Oh, actually we've been doing damage on all of them, so that's good. Right, the 11th Mountaineer needs to fall back, and suppose we'll send this one in. It will take a while until we get all of this mess sorted, but once we do have Tibet out of the war, then we'll leave a little bit troops here to get rid of any rebellions, and then we can move most of the other troops down south to fight in Indochina. And who knows, maybe we'll do the landing, speaking of which, we should probably move the fleet again a little bit. Suppose we could move to Shanghai. Then move to Hangzhou Bay in Ningbo, and then to Wushu. Just one port at a time here, or one sea tile at a time, as often as we can. Then probably get to Guangzhou, then somewhere around here probably. And what we could do at some point is do a landing in the Philippines, because there is gold in there. I actually don't remember what it gives, but probably more money, I suppose. We can check that real quick. Yeah, 25% more money. It's not all that great, but it's still fairly useful. Come on, you Tibetans, you need to break. Okay, 4th Mountaineer Division needs to fall back. And you probably need to fall back as well. Let's see, can we send in... You are already fighting. Already fighting. Suppose we can send in the 3rd Division again. But I certainly expect him to break soon. 20% on the garrison division. Well, we've lost a lot more troops in this battle than they have, but if we can beat them, then it's fine. We are China, we can easily replenish our manpower. Medium artillery brigade and artillery fire control techniques is unlocked. Look at that. Oh, it increases attacks on pretty much everywhere. Go through this list here, because the other one doesn't show everything. Yeah, it just basically improves all the artillery. Sure, we'll take that. We could take the tremendous firepower techniques as well. It does increase the manpower cost, the industrial capacity cost, and supply consumption of the unit, as well as the weight. It just basically makes the artillery units bigger. On the other hand, that would be more attack by actually quite a bit. So yeah, we'll put that in the list. It's probably not going to be researched anytime soon. Well, that was pretty good damage on there. Well, it looks like our ships have arrived in Shanghai. I'll let them be there for like a week or so and then move again, just so that if the enemy is sending in navies to intercept them, then they'll have to send them back, and that'll give me some time. At least they're running a bit low on organization finally. Well, as well as strength, but we'll see. Artillery carriage design advances. Artillery brigades is now... How's India looking? Well, India is under UK. The fight in Burma is still going on. There's not much going on right now. I mean, the front has been going back and forth every now and then. And Japanese control Singapore. They have Sumatra and Java, but not Borneo. Then they got the Philippines. If I remember correctly, they haven't done much here. They own a port over there, so they can probably do a little bit harm for the Australia and New Zealand, but that's about it. And then they do control, or at least they did control, Wake Island. Yeah, no problem. Let's have a look at the European front now. Soviets are pretty far in Romania, but they've been pushed back a little bit. But they did control the oil fields at one point. Then they still haven't pushed quite into Poland. Or at least the pre-war front, but I mean technically the pre-war front they have reached in certain areas. And then, well, Germans still hold Finland, which they got a lot of tanks here. I'm a bit concerned about that. It looks like Germans might actually be pushing the Soviets back a little bit here, but on the other hand, might just be that the AI is shuffling around armies, which it tends to do. And then the fight in England. At one point the Germans held the entire island, but then the British did a landing there and they freed up a fair bit of the land, but now the Germans are pushing back. Well, the front used to be around here for a while, and now they've made a breakthrough in the middle. Well, at least a bit of a breakthrough, not necessarily entirely. Oh, the 2nd Division needs to pull back to regain some of their organization. But they didn't take much damage, so that's good. Do we have another division that we could throw in? I mean, we still got 4 divisions there. It might be enough for now, but that means that the troops will take a lot more damage. But on the other hand, 19.6% strength and 24.7 and 76.9. I'm sure that we'll be taking a lot of damage in here. Oh, we need a lot more in upgrades. I'm actually going to keep it there. We're upgrading it a little bit slower. That's not the end of the world. We want to get the production, or keep the production going anyway.